Week 15 NFL action begins on Thursday, December 15th, as the LA Rams visit the Seattle Seahawks in a game that can be seen on NBC and the NFL Network. Week 15 also includes a Saturday game on December 17th with the Dolphins visiting the New York Jets. There are 13 games on Sunday, December 18th, including a big game in the afternoon as the Patriots visit the Broncos in an AFC playoff rematch on CBS. The Sunday night football game on NBC is the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Week 15 wraps up on Monday, December 19th, as the Panthers visit the Washington Redskins in a game that can be seen on ESPN. Taking a look at the odds on Thursday, December 15th, the LA Rams will visit the Seattle Seahawks, who are huge 15-point home favorites with the total at 38.5 points. The Seahawks have won 6 of the last 10 in the series, but they are just 4-6 against the spread. Seattle has won 9 of the last 10 at home in this series, and they are 7-3 against the spread at home. Next on Saturday, December 17th, the Miami Dolphins will visit the New York Jets. The Dolphins are 2-point favorites on the road with a total at 38 points. The Dolphins have won 6 of the last 10 in New York, with 5 of the last 6 games going under the total. On Sunday, December 18th, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will visit the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are 7-point home favorites with the total at 47 points. The Cowboys have won and covered 6 of the last 10 games in this series, with 8 of the 10, including the last 3, going under the total. Next up, the Detroit Lions will visit the New York Giants, who are 5-point home favorites with the total at 41 points. The Giants have won 6 of the last 10 in this series, and they are 5-5 against the spread, with 2 of the last 3 games going over the total. The Philadelphia Eagles will visit the Baltimore Ravens, who are 6-point home favorites with a total at 41.5 points. The Eagles have won 2 of the last 3 games in this series, although the teams have not met since 2012, when the Eagles won 24-23 in Philadelphia. The Green Bay Packers will visit the Chicago Bears. The Packers are 6.5-point favorites on the road with a total at 40.5 points. The Packers have won 7 of the last 10 at Soldier Field, and they are 8-2 against the spread, with each of the last 3 games going over the total. The Indianapolis Colts will visit the Minnesota Vikings, who are 4.5-point favorites at home with a total at 44 points. The Colts have won 4 of the last 7 games in this series, although the teams have not met since 2012 when the Colts won 23-20 at home. The Cleveland Browns will visit the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are big 10.5-point home favorites with a total at 42.5 points. The teams have split their last 8 games both straight up and against the spread, with 4 of the last 5 games going under the total. The Tennessee Titans will visit the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are 5.5-point favorites at home with a total at 42.5. The Chiefs have won 6 of the last 10 in this series, and they are 5-5 against the spread, with 5 of the last 6 having gone over the total. The Jacksonville Jaguars will go to the Houston Texans, who are 6-point favorites at home, a total of 39 points. The Texans have won 8 of the last 10 at home in this series, including a 30-6 win last season, with 2 of the last 3 games going under the total. The New Orleans Saints will go to the Arizona Cardinals, who are 2-point favorites at home, the total at 49.5. The teams have split their last 10 games straight up, with the Saints going 6-4 against the spread, and 4 of the last 5 going over the total. The San Francisco 49ers will go to the Atlanta Falcons, who are huge 14-point home favorites, with a total at 52 points. The Falcons have won 6 of the last 10 in this series at San Francisco, but they are just 4-6 against the spread, with 4 of the last 6 going over the total. Next up, the New England Patriots will visit the Denver Broncos. The Patriots are listed as 3-point road favorites, the total at 44.5. The Patriots have won and covered 6 of the last 10 in this series, but they lost the last 2, including a 20-18 loss at Denver in last year's AFC playoffs. The Oakland Raiders will visit the San Diego Chargers. The Raiders are 3-point favorites on the road with a total at 50.5 points. The Chargers have won 7 of the last 10 at home in this series, but they're just 3-7 against the spread, with 2 of the last 3 games having gone under the total. Last up, the evening game, the Pittsburgh Steelers will go to the Cincinnati Bengals. The Steelers are 3-point road favorites in this game, the total at 44 points. The Steelers have dominated this series in Cincinnati lately, winning 8 of the last 10 games and going 7-2-1 against the spread, with 2 of the last 3 going over the total. Last up, moving on to Monday, December 19th, the Carolina Panthers visit the Washington Redskins, who are 5-point home favorites, with a total at 41.5 points. The teams have split their last 10 meetings both straight up and against the spread, with 2 of the last 3 going over the total. For our picks and predictions on every NFL and NCAA football game this week, and a wealth of free stats and information, check out bangthebook.com.